My spirituality been affected by the pandemic. My spirituality has not really been affected because I know my God. I know that my God has a plan. It's just, being anxious and hoping that I've done the right thing my entire life, that I question. I question not my faith, but I question that I've been doing the right thing. I will say, both of all four of my children have been christened, and, it's up to us, the parents, to teach them the way, So, I also feel that I've lacked because I'm so busy in the outside world, working and doing everything that I have to do as a mother, as a teacher, and I don't get to church as often as I used to, and I don't take the girls as often as I used to. So in that aspect, I feel like I lacked, and I'm just hoping I'm not going to be judged. My spirituality is being tested. All of our spiritualities are being tested. That's how I feel.
And here I am. I'm a white Jew. I've lived on Staten Island on the North Shore for about 20 years. I lived 20 years in Manhattan. And my family is a family that came from Russia at the beginning of the 20th century. Most of my family was murdered in Russia by the Nazis, and before that by the pogroms that were organized and systemic of ways to commit genocide against the Jews. But of course they didn't win. Here I am. Now, why is that important? Well, I have found comfort in connecting to the Jewish community on Zoom during this pandemic, which has helped me. I've been able to be connected to Yiddish, which is a language I grew up around, to Hebrew, which was a language I learned, and it gives me sustenance to be with Jews, white Jews in particular, but all Jews, in the congregation I'm in. My husband, who's raised Protestant, watches and participates in the Shabbat, the Friday evening service, and it's been really great for us to be together.
How has your spirituality changed because of COVID? I would say that my spirituality hasn't really changed, to be honest. I've always been a spiritual person. My beliefs hasn't changed at all. Maybe I pray a little bit more, for my family and my friends, but in all honesty, I don't think that has really changed. I have the utmost faith in my religion and in my beliefs that everything will be okay with me and my friends and my family and just this world on a whole. We will heal from this and we will move past this, and we'll learn from this. I feel like, if anything, we should take this as a learning experience.
Yeah, but I think spiritually it's brought God in clearer view. Well, for me particularly, and our little family, it's been such a blessing, and it shows you that I'm with you always, even unto the end of the world. So it makes it more apparent that God is here, because it's been so beautiful for the two of us and the three of us that we have this time to just slow down and really enjoy and
live.
Just be at peace and have flexibility with our schedule. No rules, almost no boundaries, just a certain kind of peace that I don't know if I've ever known before in my life.
How did going online impact myself and other pastors? Let's just say I've heard of some pastors stating that it's frustrating not to be able to meet in a physical location. As for me, it's an exciting time. Jesus says in his address to his disciples after his resurrection in Matthew 28 and 19, he says, "Go therefore into all the nations, all the world, make disciples." So Jesus says that we ought to go, not to stay. And so with that in mind, I'm willing to address on the fly and do what's necessary to accomplish the mission of making disciples. God has always intended for the church to be a training facility for the saints and a hospital for the sick. Ephesians 4 and 12. So Christ himself gave the apostles, the prophets, the evangelists, the pastors, the teachers. Why? To equip the saints for the works of the ministry, for the building up of the body of Christ. The equipping of the saints. So the church is a training facility just like a university. God never intended for us just to stay there. It's God's intention is that we go in, get trained, and go out and complete the Great Commission. So I'm excited about this time to be able to reach the nations through online streaming, YouTube, Facebook, and the church's website with the gospel of Jesus Christ.
Ooh.